All right, so today's video, we are back with another Spectating Bronze Bingo. This, I think, is the second one we've done in recent time, and yeah, hope people keep liking it. We have the bingo card on the screen. You can see, like, what we need. Definitely let me know if there's something I missed during the team fights. There's a lot that we have on this bingo card. So this is the bingo card we normally have, and yeah, so this is a Bronze 1 support game on PC. A little side note on the bingos, these are more like, there might be less advice in some of them, because it's more like just trying to see it on the card, but okay. So, I am fairly new to Overwatch, and especially ranked, with only about 30 hours of comp, over about a season and a half. With that being said, I think I'm decent. I know I can always improve. I'm not dominating any top 500 lobbies anytime soon. Anyway, this season and last, I have been stuck in bronze, and my losing streak isn't helping. Regardless, this game was weird. It felt nearly impossible to win, and then felt possible. I just can't tell if I'm good, but the games are just rough, or I'm bad, and the wins I have are because I got carried by my team. Any and all advice is welcomed. I love Overwatch, and I want to be a competent player, and I just want to know how I can improve and actually be able to climb. Let's do this. Let's see what the bingo is, chat. If I miss anything on the bingo card, let me know. Here we go. It's time. All right, rough start with your Bastion being up in there. Do I have anything for holding way too close? I need to see right away. Bad positioning, I'm just checking that off. That Bastion's positioning was already. So that's just an easy one, right? Oh, someone picks Bastion. So that's 2 off the card right away. Oh, holding way too close. We got 3 with that one. We got bad positioning, holding way too close, and someone picks Bastion, all because of the Bastion. We're off to a good start in this bingo card. Always a good start when you get 3 off the card. Now your queen's doing the same thing, so this is great. Yep. So your queen was a little bit too aggro there. This is the classic case of everybody's just playing up too far and going in one by one. There's just no like rhyme or reason to like the position. Like you want to do it together, not one by one, and that's what was going on. Oh, actually, I forgot about one more. Teammate healing out of line of sight. 100%. The queen, even the Bastion at the beginning, I missed that one. We gave it a little bit more. Okay, here we go. All right, now you're taking an intense 1v1 against the Sojourn. I wouldn't call that like a bad 1v1 or anything like that, or a questionable 1v1, because that's like more because the team just all got rolled. All right, so running back to the point. Okay, everything's settled. Somehow, by the way, chat, throughout all of what we just watched, your team won the team fight. I couldn't even tell you how or why, but this is what happened. Yep, I don't know how. Why is your... What I'm trying to figure out here is why is the team running in still? What is this? Why is... I don't even know where to start. Everybody's having 1v1s. Is this a... Okay, now it's a... Okay, it's not... Okay, let's head back to the Lifeweaver, because I think we need to see this point of view. Thank you, Hampton, for the gifted sub. Thank you. Who's on what team? Like, I don't even... Okay, you're on defense, which we knew, but like, you're playing like you're on attack. Your position, I don't even know if I can say your frontline support. I don't know what the front line is right now. I think we have another thing checked off. Where is it? What's an objective? Who's the attacking team? Like, I don't know. I don't know who's where, but I think we got 2 off the... I haven't even made it past first point yet. You would say TDM? You're probably not wrong. You're actually, I think you're right. That is very team deathmatchy. What about questionable 1v1? I still am open to that one. I might want to go for the Lifeweaver's point of view, unless I see something ridiculous. Actually, I'm gonna check that box off. You're right. It is a team deathmatch. Optimistic flank play. We saw the Ashe flanking, right? Optimistic flank play. The Ashe was flanking on top of a high ground. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now the next question is everybody like... Okay. I'm gonna be real, this game's wild so far. If I'm like from your, just a little bit of it, like, I know you're asking for advice too. So far, this game's been wild. The only thing I could, I mean, listen, I gotta check off questionable 1v1. I'm sorry. At a certain point, you gotta back up, and taking a 1v1 duel against a Sojourn at that distance, I gotta add that to the bingo card here. But yeah, like the one thing I'll say right now, and these games get wild, you need to play at the pace of your team. And you kind of do that at times, other times you get lost. So when you get to games like this, just try to find like your tank and just see if you can make it work and work together and as the best you can. It's easier said than done, but that's how you're going to be able to clutch these type of games out. You said the car got full fast? I mean, it probably still could happen. All right, I think a Bastion ult got 0 kills there, so I can probably check that off. Oh, we got 1 ult. That's 2 ults. That's 3 ults. Nothing died during all of that. Okay, that's 4 ults. Not an ult domino. Not an ult domino, but definitely a 0 limb ult. Why would you lift Bob? It can work sometimes, and like in that case, it did not work. Just be careful on lifting up. Be careful on lifting up the enemy team Bob, because on paper, it seems like it could be a good idea, but in a situation where there's a lot of high ground around the map, you got to be careful of that. Yeah, that was basically giving Bob even more value. Also, just to check off on the bingo card, we got 0 limb ult. We'll leave it at that for now. This is great so far. Did hold on to ult way too long. I'm not, listen, I don't think it's time to say the Lifeweaver's holding on to their ultimate for too long, because this is the first time I think the team fight has stopped in the past 3 minutes. Like, I don't think this team fight stopped, so I'm going to give a little bit of wiggle room for this Lifeweaver not using tree. Straight up. Could tree have been used on second point there? Yes. But we also watched the Bob get lifted up by a Lifeweaver pedal, okay? This game is surely no one had peel has happened? I mean, that's going to happen this probably the whole game. But I'm looking for a much better opportunity to check that off. Okay, I'm not even mad about that tree. I mean, just do something to like make the other team think about what they're doing. Good queen out by your teammate. Nice. No one. Well, okay. There you go. That's such a weird, like, pull there. It kind of looks like you had the Bastion, too. I'm surprised. Did Alton fall over? Oh, you're right. The Kiriko did, didn't they? The Kiriko ulted and fell over. Okay. I will check that one off. Good call. Yeah, I'll check that off in a little bit here. But you're right. The Kiriko popped that and fell over. What I'm saying, lifting Bob sometimes can be a good play. To reiterate that, it can be a good play sometimes. That just wasn't the one where it's going to be a good one. Just because of all the different, like, levels of terrain that you're dealing with on second point. Okay, that one is probably a no one peels for supports, because my guess is, okay, never mind. I don't even know who could peel for you. There's no, I don't. The team has no ultimates. You're probably going to lose this team fight. Again, the one advice I can give back to you, is I do think you need to start recognizing the pace of your team. Like, your queen plays very aggressive. And if your queen's going to keep playing very aggressive, you just got to find a way to work with your queen. Otherwise, your queen's going to fall over and over again. And that's really advice I usually give when I watch bronze games, is every game's going to play differently. It's going to be one game you're going to have the tank that decides that they assume they'll be healed at every single possible angle at all times and then wonder where their heals are at, even though you can never heal them. Or you'll have the tank that you don't even know if there's a W key. That's where, like, you need to make these adjustments a little bit early. Also, yeah, I'm going to put the stats of the card up now because I got to check off. Immediately fall over while ulting. And then I think that's it for now. That was the first half of this bingo card, by the way. There hasn't been a team fight yet. True. You're not wrong. All right, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Okay, your Bastion. Part of me wants to just, like, check off randomly AFK just because that Bastion just stood there in the middle of the open, didn't move, ran back to spawn, and then didn't swap. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit lenient. I'm going to go with randomly AFK. I have no idea. That's our first bingo on this card. I don't know why the Bastion stood there and just didn't do anything. But I'm going to count that as randomly AFK because that just gave, like, went to the doorway, stood there, and then just didn't do anything. And then just left, and then that was it. First bingo on this card. All right, let's see if everybody can... Okay, so they're playing close, which is, again, this is actually a viable strategy. You know how sometimes you hear me say, like, oh, like, you know, in some ranks, people will hold really close, and, like, you know, I don't see it as much. And this is a common strat in pretty much any rank on Route 66. The cover is really good. Also, I think I'm going to check off no one peels for support. That Sojourn's been there for, like, the duration of this beginning part of 45 seconds. No one's peeling for you. No one's helping you. No one peeled for you at all. So no one peels for the supports. Easy. This has just been going for a minute 20. This hasn't stopped. This team has been here for a minute 20. Like, they haven't stopped it. It's still going. There's an ultimate now. What is happening? Oh, we got a tree now. This team fight. Okay, I already found the long team fight. I mean, this has been a minute and this team fight has not stopped. It took a minute 40. We had a minute 40 team fight in spawn doors. Thankfully, your Bastion popped their ultimate after you won that team fight. I was just concerned that you killed all 4 of them. It was time to Bastion out. Okay, we got long team fight. We got ult is used after a team fight is already won/lost. You said we had a frontline Kiriko too. That one I missed, but let's be honest, everybody is on the front line right now, so we have plenty of time. So we'll keep that one there for now. All right, here we go. Sure. You're right. Is anybody going for map control, chat? Nope. Everybody's just standing on the cart. No one went for map control. Everybody's standing here. Queen's a little bit there, but they're going to go back. You know what? Good enough for me. It is also a good time to teach something here. The reason why you want to take map control in this situation is you're going, yeah, but keep 3 on cart. The most you have on cart is 3. This is a good teaching moment here. You're like, yeah, keep 3 on cart. I got some news for you. This cart, by the time it gets over here, right here, see this? You're already going to be here. Look at this. So if you put 1 on cart, it would be about right here. And if you put 3 on cart, it's about right here. Question here. Is that going to get you the point? No. So why let people control these parts of the map through these small chokes? You have a small doorway. You have a small doorway. You have a small open hallway here, right? Or not, you know what I mean? Like a walkway. This is why I say you want to get off the cart and take the map control. Now, once again, this is a bronze game, right? Obviously, I know that that's probably not going to happen as much, and I'm not saying that in bronze you should necessarily do this. But I do want to show this for everybody watching in general, that you would want to take away more map control, and then, right, you take away more of the map control, and then it's a lot easier for you to cap the point. Now, let's say that you won that really long team fight right here. I would say at this point, 3 on cart's totally fine. You see what I'm saying? So like how there's different scenarios where 3 on cart would be the right play and then 1 on the cart. If you're going to guarantee capture the point, if you put 3, you put 3. If you're not, then you make the next decision. That makes sense? Okay, anyway. And on top of that, I think do we have something to check off? Yep, we have another bingo. On the top, everybody just stands on the cart and doesn't go for map control. There you go. Just like that. That one is checked off.
One of my favorite
this is a full card so far.
Advice.
Yeah.
I don't know what your Bastion's trying to... Okay, Bastion. I mean, I guess they went for a little bit of map control, actually. I can't question that one. Okay, we got a sim ult to start. We got... Huh? I had that whole conversation about taking map control, and I think the wrong team understood what I was talking about. I was talking about the other team, okay? Look at this right here, chat. Watch this.
Could have touched, easily touched, they could have touched the point.
They could have easily touched the point right there. That is map control, that's for sure. So that is getting checked off the bingo card right now. There you go. That was clear as day. No one touched the point. Listen, I know it's been a while. It was time to bring it back. I've heard the feedback. The song has been missed, and it will be used for the right moments. Bingo videos are those right moments. I'm not going to promise it for any other, if we're doing a regular spectating, but I think bingo is where you have that for those special moments. Anyway, let's continue on. Okay, there's a queen ult.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
This is just a wild team fight to not one pull there. I mean, honestly, I don't even again, I just think, okay, there's a moment in the game where you cap the point and you don't know why or how, and you're just kind of in awe for a second. So I always give a little bit of leeway after like one of those moments happens in games, because you're kind of just like, huh? But like, okay, that's awesome. Why is there a Widow there? I don't know why there's a Widow here. I don't... What? There's a Widow. There's a Widow behind the team. To your left. That Widow can still see you. There's a... Is this what it's like when you go up against my Widow, where just people are like, I'm good? Why? First of all, the Queen's the one going for the Widow. Bastion's over here. The Lifeweaver's here. The Widow is... I don't know.
Can't have it getting worse.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Now go get it.
The path in there, your position was rough. Try to like path better, because you ended up in... I don't know. What do Bastion's tanking now. Bastion's tanking.
This ends now.
You're underneath. There's a Sojourn out. You have tree, by the way. You can use that here too if you'd like. Save your team. They have walls. You're now on the front line of the team. You're now in the back line. You went from front line to back line. Your Queen's now ahead of you. Your Kiriko's there. Apparently the Moira died to a Bastion ultimate. Don't be afraid to use tree here to block the top right doors, or just put it in the middle of the... Oh. You can at least, if you put it on the card, it will move with the card at least. Like, so it at least... Okay, there's a Sojourn behind, going for a 1v... Now there's a Kiriko there who's on the cart, but they're not sure if they should be... I like the... do you like them trying to go up and down the wall and they kept falling off the wall? So they couldn't get out? Wait, you said the red team Kiriko hasn't ulted since the blue attack began? Really? They've had Kitsune this whole time? I mean, that's an easy check off of the box. Good find. Okay, so now your team's over there. The Bastion's standing the AFK on the cart.
That should do it.
Time for the reckoning.
Yeah, you should have cleanse, right? Nope. Oh, there's a... Okay, counter Queen out. So the Bastion's still tanking ever since they walked out of the spawn doors at the beginning. Yep. That's a sim wall. Certainly. Okay, advice for people when you do your sim walls, I want you to think about where you're going, not where you're at. Does that make sense? I think sometimes this What? All right, anyway, just remember when you use your sim walls, it's about... I gotta check off randomly wasted abilities, because I don't know what that TP does. Even if you're trying to save yourself in that situation, that's not gonna do much. Yeah, the sim didn't want to go the extra 2 feet. The question mark too, I'm leaving that one there. Listen, here's my take. I think the question mark's been checked off this whole game already, but I want to check it off later, because there might be more moments with what we've seen so far. Oh, and the ultimate's held for really long. Yeah, that Kiriko hasn't used her ult yet. So that bingo is checked off on the bottom there. We have another bingo. I mean, we're out of slots, and we're not even like, this game is like, I don't even know how to explain it so far. Oh, but yeah, I was going to show to like sim players. Always think about like with your sim wall is where you're going to go next. So like what you would want to do is probably angle it about here. And the reason why you do this is you basically cut off half the map, but it also allows your teammates to go up. Like right now, if you just go ahead of this sim wall to get value, they're all just going to kill you like you would normally, right? So you want to push it up a little bit more. So you want to push it up a little bit more like this, or like more like here, to give yourself that space. I just wanted to point that out, like for anybody, and just that's a general tip. Okay, here we go. Because like you can't really push past that. You're doing the same thing you were doing before, just with a giant simo, you know? And there it is, chat. The Kitsune has finally happened. It took all the way till this point. Okay. Don't be afraid to pull. I don't know if anybody else has seen this, though. I think sometimes you're afraid to use your pull because it's a long cooldown. But sometimes, like, if your tank is falling behind an HP, it's good to do that because it also makes them, like, slightly invulnerable for a second. Good tree here, by the way. It also makes them slightly invulnerable for a second. So, like, it helps you survive, or helps you keep your queen alive even more. If, like, for some reason you're in that spot. Like, don't be afraid to use your ability. There you go. That one was going to be a tough touch for them, so, like, I wouldn't play the song for that one, because it was kind of like they were in retake mode. I think they lose that to begin with, so. Oh, dancing in spawn. The team is ready. Okay. You got the team dancing in spawn, the team's ready to play. The vibes are good for this team, all right? Also, that is quite the Lifeweaver skin. Holy crap, I never realized it had a bunch of eyes on the back of it. I think it's just a strategy for the Bastion to get rolled at the spawn doors now. I think it's just a strategy now. All right, so don't be afraid to pull right there. For example, that's a moment where, like, I'm okay if you hit your pull button. Like, it feels like you're almost too safe with that ability. Could use your pedal too at any moment. Well, there goes your sim. That Sojourn is still on the high ground. I think that Sojourn is still on the high ground from the first round. You can use your pole if you'd like. It's okay. I like how you finally got sick of this happening and you went up there yourself. I don't. Try to be a little bit more patient there. Like, you have the kill, but I think you started to be like, uh-oh, I gotta rush this kill. Also, I think your queen just fell over. You're gonna fall over in a second. Now it's overtime. There's no way that your queen clutches this, right? Oh no, they can't kill the queen. Oh my, the queen just, no one kills the queen. Nice pull, and you got the cleanse perk, right? So, like, that actually helps you. It's still going. Oh my. That's 2 ults, that's 3. Let me see a Sojourn ult and a Moira. Oh, that's 4. That's 4 ults. That's 5 ults, that's 6 ults. If I'm correct, that's 6 ults, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ults, yes. That's an ult domino. I think anytime you have 50% or more ults in a team fight, that's the ult domino. Yep, 100%. Now it's just everybody's getting wild. Now this is the part where, like, every part of Overwatch that we know goes out the window. People start running to the cart one by one. They see the overtime one. They're gonna it's getting wild. It's a deathmatch. This is. Yep, and it's happening. They're all running to the cart one by one. They're just going in. They're not, like, trying to reset. They're not trying to stop. It's not happening quite the way that I would envision it for, like, the bingo card to be checked off, but I think it will happen. I think it will happen. You get the point. Check that off. I do want to pause for a second here. We're going to check off Ultimate Domino. We're going to check off Frontline Support, just because we've seen the Kiriko do it a few times. We've seen the Lifeweaver do it a few times. Yes, so we have 4 left. Tank falls over. True. I'll probably check that off soon. Okay, now you're running in circles to flank their flank. So now you're also flanking the flank to get the queen. Now the Moira, yep, there it is. Yep, the Ashes now ran to the cart because you got to stop the cart, right? There's that. Okay, now you're back here. Oh, wait 1 second. Sojourn's still here, probably from the beginning of the spawn. Sojourn's now going to the cart. There it is, 1 by 1. All right, is the Moira next? Got to be the Moira next, right? Nope, Sojourn's back for the cart. Yep, you got to do the Bastion on top of the Moira went to the cart. Now it's isolated. I don't. There's a queen out. Good tree on point. Still, the tree's good. They got you, but that's a good tree. There's the sim wall, the Sojourn, who's been on a permanent flank this whole game. You get a kill. They're still running to the cart 1 by 1, not taking a team fight. Again, the other team, if they just stack their ultimates and work together, they probably just win this. But now the cart's moving. You have the opportunity to run back from spawn. Cart's still moving. Now, I don't even know who's pushing the cart anymore. I don't know who's on what team. But, I mean, you've already pushed it more than you would want to at this point. Like, you could lose right there, and, like, that's a good push. Holy crap. Okay, so going in 1 by 1 by overtime is checked off, unlocking even more bingos, which leaves broken keyboard, question marks, and the tank falls over. I'm a tank, which, by the way, I think we can check off, but I'll give it a little bit more opportunity. What a bingo card we have. Let's see how this game goes. I'm ready. How will this game finish? Let's find out.
Attackers
You know what, heck it. You didn't pull him. Your tank needed your help. That's my moment to check it off. Use your pull more, by the way. I really think somewhere along the lines, you've recognized that this is a very important cooldown, and your reaction is to never use it, and that's your problem. So that is an easy tank falls over, I'm a tank. Like, I'm just gonna check that one. But in reality, like, I think you could have saved your tank like 5 or 6, maybe even more times this game by just using your pull. I know it's a long cooldown. I know it's an important cooldown, but like, I'd rather you save a teammate with it than be like, oh, if I use my pull there, just give yourself a chance. And I think sometimes you don't do that. Anyway, that pull can like make or break games, and you just don't use it a ton. So, all right. He said some people think it will ruin a play. If that Junker Queen gets mad at you for running into their team 1v4 out of line of sight and goes, I was trying to make a play, I'll take the odds of, I think that if that Queen does that, then that's a whole different story. All right, now the Reaper runs into the Bastion. Nice kill. Pull, yeah, there we go. Oh, your Bastion's out in their team. Might have been pulled, I don't know.
The tree of life is ready.
I like how you're... Chad, I found our question mark. I was waiting for the right moment, and I have discovered it. Are you ready? Here it is. Just watch the torb. All right, you know what? I think we're good. I think we checked that one off, okay? I think that's perfect. I know he's trying. Also, you can jump on the card here and go on the high ground. I know, he was trying. And then he's just like, I'm gonna put it on this cactus. That was funny. That was great. Yeah, we have everything checked off except for broken keyboard. I have not seen a broken keyboard this game.
Life protects life.
You could say the whole game has been that, like the question mark 1, 2. But I think that was a good moment to kind of really solidify this game, you know? And look at the cactus. The cactus turret is still alive. Don't run into the team. Be careful of that. Okay. Wonderful. All right, I got to be on extra, like, watching the map here to see if any broken keyboards happen. Any broken keyboards?
10 seconds remaining.
Got to investigate to make sure. Okay, nothing. But thankfully, Chad, there's a Bastion ultimate from Spawn. Okay, I want to point something out for anybody wondering what to do in this situation. Don't do that. I want you to look at where the team is. No one can follow up on this yet, so give your teammates some time to get back. I'm going to laugh if they ult the cart, and then that's just the game. It wasn't. Now, don't run to the cart one by one. It looks like you're there with the queen, so you can play the corner here, but don't run to the cart. You don't need to run to the cart yet. You need to play around. Yes, there you go. Okay. Nice. Teammates pop the ults. They have a Kitsune also. Apparently they're saving their Kitsune. I guess they decided that using it would be not the play. Okay, now they've used it. And they have a Moira ult, which they probably should use. There's the Moira ult. Don't be afraid to use your pull. Save your other teammate. Pulse the pull. Yeah, I think you definitely are... Like, you need to understand the situation there. They queen ult in. You see multiple people. But then you don't pull them. What is going on here? This is a battle. Actually, I think you might win this. Nope. Be careful. You can still play cover for a little bit. All right, there you go. Lifting up into the air. Again, don't be afraid to pull someone. Actually, don't pull anybody. Yep, there's your... Okay, they're still on you. Apparently, this team fight is still going. It hasn't stopped. It's still on the cart. There's a battle happening. It's still going. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep. I was just thinking, the one thing that could really turn the tides here is a solo ult and a 1v4 against a Junker Queen on the cart with Reaper. Oh, there it is. There's the Bastion ult again, the classic. This should not get anybody. Oh, boy. Okay, back to the Lifeweaver. Be careful here. Again, don't run to the cart one by one. Do not run to the cart one by one. Do not run to the cart one by one. Don't run to the cart one by one. Anybody here with broken keyboards? Any broken keyboards? Looking for broken keyboards. Any broken keyboards? Nope. This is why you don't run to the cart one by one. I talk about it all the time. It's why it's on the bingo card. Just regroup. And I'm going to explain why it's even more important. The other team has used their ults. You know they've used their ults. So all you need to do is ult stack and you win. But everybody's running back one by one, and then now you lose the team fights, and now they're building ultimates again because you're running back one by one. Again, back away. No, don't go to the... The cart needs to get to here. So what this means is that you can save your ultimate in your tree. You can also use it like as a safe ultimate. So what you can do is you can put the tree like right here. And you go, why would you put the tree right here? Well, the idea behind this is one, listen, you can pull your Bastion if you need to. But you put the tree here because now your teammates can run out of the doorways with a blocked tree, right? See this? It blocks this line of sight, which gives more opportunity for your teammates to get out, get healed, and then be able to contest the cart. So instead, you run to the cart one by one, which is why I have it on the bingo card, because whenever it hits overtime, that's what people start doing. You would save the tree and then you'd be good. But instead you run to the cart because you feel obligated to run to the cart because it is overtime, and then you lose the team fight. And then instead of having a solid retake and an opportunity, your teammates are pretty much going to lose the game here.
It's not embarrassing if you're...
And there you go. And that's the game. So advice-wise for you, I really do think that, like, I want to see more ability usage out of you and understand your position. Now, positioning comes with time, practice that, play corners, etc. Right. But, like, you're not using your pole. When you use your pedal, you're not using it, like, all the time. Like, things like using your pedal... You know, using your pole, being more proactive with like your teammates is a way to do that. You fix that, you're going to be in a better spot. So my two things I got for you. One, more usage of your pole and your abilities. I think you have more opportunity there. Number two, playing at the pace of your team. I talk about this sometimes. If you have an overly aggressive feed and tank, well, you know what? You're now an overly aggressive feed and Lifeweaver because you need to play at their pace. Otherwise, you're going to have games like this. Also, don't run to the cart one by one. But you know what, chat? What a great bingo card, huh? What a great bingo card. Everything was checked off except for broken keyboard. And there you go. And the return of the song. So hope you enjoyed that. Remember, just kind of follow what we talked about there on Lifeweaver. I think you'll see improvement already if you do that. And, you know, this was quite the game. So that was a fun watch. But you got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to all my YouTubes. If you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. You want to submit your own spectating in the description below. That's where my Discord is. You can submit anything there. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch app below the webcam. Also stream on YouTube. So stop by if you haven't. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.